Hello, my name's Tracy Savage, and this is just to introduce you to my project Route 50. So, Route 50 is a project where I aim to interview 50 people with chronic disease, disability, mental or physical, lifelong problems. My aim is to demonstrate by means of a film or a series perhaps of YouTube videos that life with chronic disease does not mean that you can't do anything at all. It doesn't have to be depression and despair and shutting yourself away, but at the same time it's really difficult to plan your life on a daily basis. It's really difficult to hold down a job, even if, for example, you know that you've got 2 days energy in you a week. You don't know which 2 days those might be, and you can't guarantee it every week. And then other weeks you might have energy all week. It depends on the condition, it depends on your personal circumstances. My own story is that I was diagnosed with inflammatory bowel disease, ulcerative colitis, around about 20 years ago. I managed that condition, I suppose. Managed isn't really the word. I kind of ignored it, really. To start with, symptoms weren't too bad, and I just thought I was tired because I had children, and I just kind of bumbled along until 6 years ago, when it became life-threatening. I had very severe diarrhea and vomiting. I was taken to hospital. I was malnourished, dehydrated, and basically my colon was riddled with holes. It wasn't just ulcered, it actually was starting to give way, and I had to have emergency surgery. They removed my colon, or part of it, and left me with a colostomy bag, which I know there are many people out there who live with that all the time and that it's fine for them. For the 18 months that I had mine, I wanted to die every day. I didn't want to live with a colostomy bag. I understand if I'd have had it for longer, I probably would have got over that. There are other members of my family who have them, who are fine with them, and lots of other people I've spoken to. Sometimes it can take a few years to acclimatise. I had mine for 18 months, and then I had what's called a reversal, where they took the rest of my colon away and connected me up with a J pouch, which is where they stretch your intestine and sew it to about, I think, 1 inch or 2 of colon that they leave just above the rectal muscles, so that now you can't see from the outside that I've ever had problems. I managed with the J pouch for about 4 years, and then I got sick again. I started to get other forms of inflammation, so I had a thing called uveitis, which affects my eyes. It's the most painful thing. It's like being stabbed in the eye. And pouchitis, which was inflammation of the pouch that they'd given me, which meant that I could never be more than about a minute away from a toilet. And again, terrible bone-crushing fatigue. And unfortunately, having been well for 4 years, I then was sick for a year and I lost my job. So this project is about, as I said, demonstrating how disease affects our lives, all different diseases, all different people I'm going to be talking to. And it's also a personal challenge because I intend to walk as much as possible, possibly cycle. Haven't really decided yet. Not sure how fit I am because I had more surgery last year, so that was quite a minor procedure, but it was the 4th operation that I've had as a result of the inflammatory bowel disease. And the whole story has left me with other illnesses, thyroid problems and other issues, health issues that make daily life sometimes a bit of a struggle. So the personal challenge is to try to walk as much as possible to my interviewees. So, for example, I live down on the south coast in Sussex. I'm about 7 miles from Brighton. Next week I'm going to walk to Brighton to interview someone who has Parkinson's disease. Today, I'm just walking to the bus stop to pick up someone who has a chronic condition. I'm not sure what. I'll find out when I interview him. And he's going to be the first. So this is the pilot, basically. And ultimately, I have someone in Sheffield I'd like to interview. I don't think I'm going to walk from the south coast of England to Sheffield. But what I'd like to do is find maybe a mainline station that's a reasonable distance away to make it a challenge for me and see just how healthy I can get myself. I've done quite well in the last month. This time last year I was in agony every day, and I was really struggling. This time 6 months ago I was still in a lot of pain and I couldn't leave my flat because I couldn't be far from a toilet. This time last month I was well on the road to recovery, having made some life changes and some decisions, and I know that it's not always that easy, and I understand that I may well just be in remission, but I believe that I am managing my symptoms now with good dietary detective work and dietary discipline and a very positive mental attitude. That doesn't get rid of everything, that doesn't sort out all our illnesses, but it really helps in daily life. It really helps living with these conditions. I still have days where I can't get out of bed. On those days I lie in bed and plan projects like this, or write a play, or just watch Netflix and sulk. So, you know, it's not all positive mental attitude and Pollyanna, but I do my best, and I really hope this project is going to inspire people. I hope it's going to reach people. I hope it's not just the obvious of motivating other people who are struggling with their disease, but also to show people that have no idea of these chronic diseases just what our lives are like. So that's my rather rambling introduction, and this is the first video for the pilot. I will be doing fundraising for this scheme later on. Anybody who wants to know more for now can either look me up on Facebook if you've seen this through my Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you should be able to just contact me via my YouTube channel, and if you want to email me regarding this project, the email is info@route50uk.org. That's right, info@route50uk.org. I hope to meet some of you out there. I'm going to be holding 50 interviews, but I'm going to be looking for a lot more interviewees, because I know there'll be some days where I've planned to speak to someone in, I don't know, Wales, and I've gone to Wales and that person is really sick and not feeling like talking to me. So I'm going to need backups. I'm going to look for, I don't know, maybe 100, 150 people in total. So yeah, you can contact me with any ideas for the project, any offers of support. I don't have any experience in filming or anything like that. I just know how to talk to people and how to plan things. So that's where I'm at. So yeah, get in touch. If you want to donate, you can donate. I'm going to be setting up a proper fundraising thing as soon as I hear back from Scope. The NACC, National Association of Crohn's and Colitis, are already on board. I'll be raising funds for both of those charities, and in the first instance funds just to realise the project. Hopefully outgoings will be minimal. I'm in the middle of doing the costings right now, so that's why I'm not putting up fundraising details, because I'm not quite there yet. But I just I'm ready to start this now, so this is me starting my project. I'll see you out there. Thanks for watching. Bye.